Okay, so this is called a vapor high flow machine. So basically, the indications for high flow are patients that are struggling to oxygenate well, meaning saturation. So if your oxygen is below 95, yeah, actually 90, yes, we tolerate above 95 because once it goes below 95, that means that something is wrong. So normal patients 95 and above, but once it's below that, yeah, then we need to have some oxygen assistance. So we know that there's oxygen assistance like the nasal prongs and the mask, So that one, the flow only goes up to 15 from the flow meters. And the air is not warm, as you mentioned. It's cold air. So, like, remember when you get cold, you become white and pale. So that means your blood is trying to keep the warmth inside, to retain the warmth so that it can retain the blood flow, right? But high flow gives you warm, oxygenated air, and then what it does, there's something called dead space in your lungs. So it's just the area of the lungs that does not participate in gas exchange, And then in patients who are struggling to breathe, mostly sometimes it's mucus, too much mucus in the lungs. So what the warm air will do, when you steam yourself?
Yeah, it's like you're opening everywhere.
That's what high flow is like, steaming. It's like they're putting steam through your nose.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's a good example.
Yeah, so now your secretions get loosened and then they come out. Some of the patients will see they actually want to wipe their nose because it will be dripping out. Then the lungs are opening up. So this machine, how it works is we have 3 parameters that we can set in it. We have our flow in liters per minute, remember? And then we have our oxygen concentration, and then we have our temperature. Right? So we talked about warm air. We call that humidification. Right? Okay, so every high flow is supposed to have humidification. So in here, you'll see there is a space for this cassette, this one. We won't open it up because we're not using it,
Right.
But otherwise, you insert the cassette in here, then you spike it to water. So this is essentially your humidifier.
Okay.
Because it will spike it to water for irrigation, and then it will humidify the air, and then it will take it to the patient. This is where you connect your nasal prongs. Right? Okay, so basically how you set this one, if you touch it, the one that is flickering is what you are going to set in it. We usually start at 100% because we're trying to recruit the patient. But remember, oxygen is toxic. Yeah, that is tempting.
I couldn't resist.
Yeah, I know. Alright, let's just put it away. Alright, so as I said, we start at 100%, and remember that oxygen is toxic, so we have to monitor. If the patient is having stats of above 90, above 95, we wind down the oxygen because it's also a medicine. You guys know that.
And this one?
Okay, so this is our flow. Usually, we start on a higher flow. So remember, if we were
15.
on nasal prongs, it would be 15, but we start higher than that.
All right. Okay.
What is the highest flow that you can do?
On this machine, the highest is 40.
What?
It's just on this machine.
Okay.
But other machines can go up to 60, up to 100. But in our hospital, they go up to 60. Okay. Yeah, and then that's our flow.
What is the normal flow?
So it will depend on the patient comfort as well. So there are 2 strategies. Usually they say 2 mils per kg, per mil per kg, 2 mils. I forgot that formula. But anyway, I'll get it for you guys. But we use a practical sense because that one works mostly for peds.
Okay.
The weight, divide by 2, then you get your minimal flow, blah blah blah. The actual body weight.
You take the weight times
Yeah, you divide
times
it
2.
by 2.
You times by 2 or divide by 2, and then
Or
you go
if
down.
it's per, then it's multiple. Yeah.
You multiply by 2, and then you take the less per number or something. For example, if it's 14, it's going to be 14. If it's 7 times 2, it's going to give you 14, and then you're going to get the lower. You're going to take 12.
Yeah.
I saw that formula somewhere.
Yeah, that works for kids. Here in adults, we don't use it because the actual body weight, how will we get it? And like the flow only reaches 40. So if you weigh about 90, like how are we going to give you the flow? So usually, personally, I start at the lowest flow is 5, that I start on. And then I communicate with the patient. I tell them we're giving you some more air, okay? And then actually they will be responsive. It's not like comatose patient. Yeah, so that they can be prepared mentally. Because if I just
they'll be shocked on what's coming in.
yeah, because remember our patients are still like us. We have to treat them how we want to be treated. So start in the low flow, and then I increase
Until
gradually. Yes.
as they are comfortable. So
Yes, monitoring my stats and also not just the numbers, also the patient. Look if the patient is coping.
Sorry, if it's lower, like 2 liter per minute, do you still need any humidifier?
We don't usually go down to 2.
Because what I know if you are above 4 liter per minute, you must use a humidifier. So anything above 4 liter per minute, I use a humidifier.
Oh, okay.
That's what I know.
Okay.
But which is also right, because here you start by 5, so 5 is above already 4. That's when we have already the humidifier inside here.
Yes. Like with this machine, even if you are at the lowest flow, you will still get humidification.
You still get it. Okay.
Yeah, because actually it's already humidified.
Yeah, because but when we are in 2 liter, we don't really need it because it will be moderated already.
Yeah,
it's not
then
high.
the patient doesn't need the high flow anymore.
Then yes.
Because 2 is too little.
Yes.
You won't even feel anything. I mean, even this 5, if you touch, which I wish we had. Yesterday we were connecting a patient on high flow so that you can just feel in your hand like how much it is. It's basically nothing. 5, because 5 is like the nasal cannula.
Yeah.
So that's why it's high flow. So we need to give them a higher flow. If they're on less than 15 and they are coping, they don't need the high flow. Might as well put them on the nasal prongs.
Because the nasal promo, nasal cannula, it's for low flow.
Yes. And also the oxygen. Remember those oxygen devices have oxygen content that they give, like Venturi mask.
Yes, exactly. The Venturi marks actually come with the
colors,
yeah, the yellow, green, blue, blah blah, and it indicates the number of flows.
Yeah, and oxygen that
exactly.
it gives.
Yeah. Okay, I've seen that one. Okay.
Yeah, so the advantage of this one is just the humidification and the higher flow, because it's like when you are watering your garden, then the hose, you close it there. Again, when you point it down, it will dig. So that's just higher flow. Like that's what it's describing.
Exactly.
So what will happen if it comes in there? It will just flush out everything that is in the way, and it's warm. Then it will get loosened, and then you will just blow your nose. And then the high flow on the ventilator, we'll go through it another time if you want, so that you can see how you set it. Because sometimes maybe they'll want you to, like when I'm not here, they'll want you to help. Yeah, to show them how do we do high flow on this ventilator. Fortunately, the sisters of this unit, they know now how to do it.
You taught them that,
yeah, they were saying we were using it and so
Okay.
on. So when we had the
COVID patient.
and when we had the cascades installed, the what you call the thing that you hook the cascade on, the brackets.
Oh,
Again, we didn't have brackets before, so the brackets were supposed to be mounted on the vent
Oh,
so
yeah,
that
yeah, I remember.
that one.
Okay, I
So
remember
when
that
the
one.
brackets were installed, everyone was excited, like, yes, now we can use the humidifier. And then we ran out of sockets with the chamber.
oh yeah.
Procurement started buying the anesthesia sockets, those ones that you're seeing there. Because anesthesia sockets don't use humidifiers, they just use that filter.
Yes.
So they were doing that now here because we had those sockets.
Yes, with your permission, Gugu, can I upload you on my channel? But it doesn't show the face, it's just showing like your voice and your hand. Is it okay if I post you on my YouTube channel?
Was that a good video though?
No, actually, the main focus is on how.
This way.
Yeah, this
Oh,
way.
okay, no
It's
problem.
not-
It's
no
okay.
problem.
That was the Technologist Gugu. So, yeah, thank you for helping us.
What's your YouTube channel? Let me subscribe.
I'll give it to you. It's Jeremy Yvonne Cantin. I'll give you, you will see.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much.
No problem.
All right.
Now, can you please